a new episode for Tech Talk with Carol, and this time we pull someone from Penang and one of our MSC companies, and we always meet each other when we go up to Penang. Recently was in December, so I invited Charles, the founder. Is it founder or co-founder?
Founder.
founder founder of InstantEstore. So what InstantEstore will do is another e-commerce shopping cart solution. So he will present to you what is so special, because there's so many shopping cart solution out there. What makes it InstantEstore outstanding or extraordinary compared to other services. Not here to compete, but probably to give you a value of how you see shopping carts and how you need it, instead of putting yourself always in e-marketplace. So this is our episode today, learning a few tips about how you should build your own branding, your own website, your own URL branding for yourself, for your brand. And let me unpin myself, remove pin, and get Charles to be here. Charles, welcome to this private recording, and hope you are well enough in Penang, and hope your family are well too. So let's get this started.
Thank you. Thanks for the invitation, Carol.
No problem. So let's get this started. I will pin you, and you will introduce yourself, and then introduce what is InstantEstore, your offers and all. The floor is, pin you first. Okay, the floor is yours.
Hey, hi, Carol, and hi, all the viewers. My name is Charles. The company that I started is called InstantEstore. So InstantEstore is an e-commerce solution, obviously helping you to sell things online. One of the key things is we started way back in 2001. So it means this year, 2021, we are 20 years old already. 20 years old, man. 20.
Congratulations! Wow. Yeah, so is it this celebration?
Cannot gather in groups, so no celebration, only a virtual celebration.
I'll cheers to that, man. Wow. Okay, congrats. Go on.
Yes. It's been 20 years. So obviously throughout this journey, we've grown in different ways. When we first started off, we were focusing on the US market, because you can imagine in 2001, Malaysian market e-commerce pretty much non-existent, very, very few. Of course, recently we have focused more on the Malaysian market. And I think, Carol, you made a point that, there are quite a few different e-commerce solutions, plus the marketplaces and stuff like that. And one of the most common questions that people ask us is, Charles, you own InstantEstore, right? Why should I use InstantEstore? I sell on Shopee, I sell on Lazada, enough already. Last time I got online store, no sales. I put on Lazada and Shopee, got a lot of sales. And my answer is always this. My answer is, I always ask them, so what do you want? Are you trying to build a money maker, or are you trying to build a proper business? Okay, there's a difference there. Right? If you're trying to just build a money maker, where you're just trying to make a bit of money and stuff like that, sometimes the bit of money can be quite a bit, okay, right? Then just selling on marketplaces without having an online store, no problem. Yeah, just put on Shopee, Lazada, the sales come in, you just fulfill, and end of the month you make money, you're happy, right? Yeah. But the trouble is this, you need to ask yourself the question, because I'm sure if you sell on Shopee or Lazada, you also buy on Shopee or Lazada. So when you go to Shopee and you buy something, who are you buying from? You're buying from Shopee, you're buying from Lazada. You're not buying from the actual shop or something like that, right? Although your shop name is there, but just think about yourself. When you buy something, you don't go to the shop, you go to Shopee, yeah? And if you're like most people, when you sell items, you're selling what we call commodity items, where you're not the only seller. Other people sell the same items or something similar. Now, that is a trouble, you see. If you just focus just on selling on marketplaces without building your own brand, all it takes is someone else come out, slightly better pricing. What happens? People buy from the other person.
Correct.
So, and that's why I said, you must understand what you are trying to do. Are you trying to build a business that you can build it up and sell it off? Or are you just trying to make money? If it's trying to make money, no big deal, okay? But if you're interested to build a proper business, I'm not saying go sell on Shopee, Lazada, definitely sell on Shopee, Lazada, but it's a change of mindset, okay? So you would think that Shopee, Lazada is ways for you to get customers that you want to bring them to your own brand. Because ultimately, until you bring them to your own brand, you don't own the customers, right? Shopee, Lazada owns the customers, you don't. Okay, so always think that, right? One of the analogies I like to use is we always say your online store is a fishing boat. Okay, when you go fishing, you have a fishing boat. Shopee, Lazada, Amazon, eBay, what have you. These are fishing rods. You want many fishing rods wherever there's a fish, but once the fishing rod catch a fish, where it is to go, you should go back to your boat. You get it? So that's the analogy we use, right? That is why we say you shouldn't just sell on marketplaces. Yeah.
Good
You're
point.
saying something, Carol?
Good point. That was a very good
Yeah. Yeah. So
analogy.
you shouldn't just sell on market. Great. So you shouldn't just sell on marketplaces, okay? But also build our own brand as well, right? That's second thing. Then people say, okay, great. Now I know I need an online store, so why should I choose Instant eStore? Right? There are so many, Easy Store, Site Giant, all also from Penang, actually, and friends as well. So they'll ask why Instant eStore. Okay, then I'll give them the second reason why. Second reason why is because InstantEstore is not just an e-commerce store, right? Because once again, because we've done things for so long, and because we have quite a number of clients and stuff that we learn from it, so InstantEstore actually comes with what we call another engine that we call Retaily. Retaily is actually a marketing tracking and marketing engine that plugs right into InstantEstore that helps you to market your products a bit better. Okay, so how does it do it? How it does it is such that when you plug in Retaily, it tracks every single user that comes into the site. So it knows what your user is looking at. It knows what they're interested in, how much time they spend there. So from there, we know what we call the likelihood to buy of each user. And from there, Retaily can help you to run Facebook campaign and Facebook
Mm.
ads to target such people. Yeah. These are things you can't do directly with Facebook. You can if you only have one or two products, but let's say a store has got 1,000, 10,000 products. It's impossible for you to humanly do that, right? Whereas Retaily can get it done for you. So that is integral built into InstantEstore. Obviously, when you get the InstantEstore subscription, the higher plans, it comes built in already. Yeah. So that is point number two. And recently, we also just launched, or I should say beta launch, this new platform called Sell.Live, Sell.Live.
Mm.
The address is literally Sell.Live, okay? So it doesn't get any easier than that, right?
Mm.
Sell.Live. So where we let you do live selling, and that is also built into, is plugged into InstantEstore. So where
Nice.
you can cover certain products they want, and when you do a live selling, it handles your comments, it handles your checkouts and stuff like that. To make it easier for you to manage your live selling session. Yeah. So those are the key differences between InstantEstore and the other sort of shopping cart solutions. And then we have another kind of client that tends to choose us as well, is a slightly more enterprise clients,
Mm.
slightly more enterprise, or clients that has a little bit more specific needs. Yeah, they want things done a certain way. For example, recently we worked with a company that sells vegetables, right?
Wow.
Wholesaler of vegetables. Okay. So they came to us, they say, Charles, we want an online store, but we want an online store plus something else. The plus something else was because they sort of hypermarts and directly to retail. So there are three kinds of customers. Yeah. So what we do is we can customize the solution to fit their needs. And also they said, Charles, I want you to help us to streamline our workflow
Wait,
as well
Charles.
of
Wait,
InstantEstore.
Charles. Wait. Go on.
Yeah, so recently we have another a client. Generally speaking, we have another type of client that comes to us where these clients they want an online store plus a bit more, right? So
Mm.
recently we worked with a merchant that sells vegetables. Yeah, they are a vegetable wholesaler. So they came to us and said, Charles, our clients are a little bit special. We sell to a lot of restaurants,
Mm.
plus also the normal retail customers. Yeah.
How
So the
did they
difference
find you?
between the retail, the rest, from recommendations, I think apparently became highly recommended. Very
Cool.
thankful, right? But anyway, they saw our website, and at the same time, they they saw quite a few websites now, and from there they whittled down. Apparently became highly recommended, so good thing, right? So they came to us and said they have restaurant clients, and you can imagine restaurant clients are such that it's a little bit different. You see, a restaurant clients you don't buy based on price. A lot of times, if you need cabbage, the chef will just order cabbage. Well, however much the price, they just need to buy cabbage, right? You can imagine in a restaurant there are multiple users as well. So they wanted that kind of level where there are multiple users. Each user has got different permissions. Some can place an order, some can accept the order. That means imagine the kitchen hand cannot place order, but they can accept the delivery of the order and stuff like that. So this is more workflow related, right? And plus they also wanted us to help them with their even their own backend workflow, where we created a simple app for them, where they have people who pick the orders. As orders come in, the picker has got their own app. They'll pick the orders. Once it's packed ready, they'll update it, and the driver will have their own app and know how to deliver with a map to all these places. So it's like Lazada like that, right? A backend system for them. So we built that for them as well. That is what we call more enterprise-based clients. Yeah. So those are the kind of clients that we generally have. People who want to build a brand, not so much just to sell online. We find that a lot of the people who just want to have an online store, a lot of them will go for like WooCommerce, stuff like that, where the pricing is maybe much cheaper, and it's more DIY. And nothing wrong with that, but we tend to target and capture those clients who want to get a little bit more serious, where they want to build a brand, and they want to improve their marketing, and also do some live selling. So those are the nice sort of market that we go after right now.
Cool. So how many clients do you serve right now, Charles?
Currently at last count, we've got about 3,000 odd merchants. 3,000 odd merchants.
Oh.
Yeah.
3,000 odd. Yeah. And majority of these clients of yours are local or based in overseas?
Okay, so a lot of our earlier on, mostly in America. Wise, last time used to be 70% America, 20% rest of the world, and less than 10% Malaysia. Used to be that, right? But recently, from the past year onwards, our Malaysian clients have 17 to 18% right now.
How many percent?
Yeah, so about 17 to 18%.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's still below 20%, to be honest. It's still below 20%.
Last time it was not even 18 or 15%, right?
Yeah, last time was less than 10%. Less than 10%, so it was like 70% in America, and then, in Malaysia, very, very small. Yeah. But saying that, we can see that
performing, who are your top performing merchants and selling what products?
Okay, in Malaysia, I think one of our top ones is Little Wiz. Little Wiz is a store selling baby products. LittleWiz.com. Yeah, they've been with us. Yeah, Louis. Yeah, Louis has been with us for a long time.
Really? I didn't know that he's using InstantEstore. Wow.
And yeah, so one of the top Malaysian merchants is LittleWiz.com. So Louis, right? So for those of you who know.
Yeah.
So he has been with us for ages, a long time. Yeah. So I mean that is good. We got a lot of quite a number of Malaysian merchants growing, and hope to grow even more, of course. Right. But one of the key things is we recently did Louis joined our marketing series where I trained our merchants on throughout the 20 years. You can imagine we've seen a lot of merchants come in to sell online, and a lot of them fail. Some of them spend some money, some of them don't spend money, but even some of them who spend quite a bit of money, they fail. Of course, there are those that did well. Okay, so what we have done is, of course, we have a first-hand view of all this. So we know what they do, we know sort of how things go and stuff like that. And of course, we also have our own e-commerce selling experience. So we came up with a series of training sessions. I think it's 4 weekly sessions that we took him and quite a few other participants through, where it teaches you how to make sure your website how it is, and how to work with marketplaces, how to do your ads, how to do make sure people buy from you again and again and again, stuff like that. So one of the key things is we have quite a number of very very good case studies. One of the biggest case studies for us was American. This is American clothing retailer. Yeah. So this one, when they first came to us, they were doing something like about 100K a month, 100K a month US dollars. Which is not bad, right? Not bad. A lot of people with 100K US, pretty good, right? Then we did marketing work for them, SEO work for them, and digital marketing for them. And what happened next was amazing. From the 100K, slowly, boop, 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 boop. At the top point, they were making 3 mil, 3 million
Wow.
US dollars every single month.
Fuyo.
$3 million every single month, right?
Cool. Well
That one,
done.
in Malaysia, it would be wow, Yeah, so that
Yeah.
was one of the main things. Another one was a Singapore merchant. And this one is more even very recent and has got a sort of a pandemic a story to it. This is a site called MBS Collections. They sell ladies apparel. I don't know why we tend to attract a lot of ladies apparel sellers. So this is a company in Singapore that is doing pretty well. And at one point they had closed, I think, 15 different stores. Okay, so this company called MBS Collections, right? So they are a ladies apparel retailer in Singapore, right? At one point they got 15, I think 15 to 20, can't remember, at least 15 stores all over Singapore in all the grade A malls. Yeah. Not only that, they've got international sort of subsidiaries in Myanmar, Cambodia, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they have closed every single store. Closed every single store. Okay.
Wow.
So I see, Carol, you're shaking your head. Oh man, whole charm, right?
Yes, Hotam.
No, not charm. There's a happy ending to this, right? Although they closed all 15 stores, imagine if a company report that they closed 15 stores, you'd be like, oh crap, die already, right? No. Actually, no. Their profits spiked because of online sales. Of course, all the time they were doing online sales already. Okay, they were doing online sales already. But what they did was recently, because of the pandemic, they added in live sales, FB live selling, right? And that, to be honest, is doing very very well for them. They do two live sessions a week, once on Wednesdays and Sunday, Wednesday night, Sunday night. So you can see, when they do the live sale, boom, their sales really peak. Yeah. And one of the interesting things about this company is also, I think they are one of the first ones to do a subscription for apparel.
Wow.
Yes. So
Okay.
instead of you buy whenever you like, right?
Yeah.
You can say they show you this dress. You can buy it at $60, or you can subscribe to us at $30 a month, and you can claim this dress. So when you subscribe to them, every single month you get a credit, and with the credit you can go and claim dresses.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well
So they
done.
have a subscription model to make sure their revenue is stable as compared to fluctuating.
Cool.
So to be honest, online there's a lot of stories, and actually, this is a personal story. My daughter, my 12-year-old daughter, okay, because of the pandemic, do online learning, right? So nothing to do. So what she did was she decided to sell waffles. Waffles, right? The literally the waffle, the one that you eat, right? The makan,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
So imagine without online selling, the most she can do is can sell to me, sell to the grandma and some friends. That's it, right? But no, because she actually used our platform to build a simple store to sell waffles. I think it's called God Food now, right? So basically, she built that and started selling waffles. She
Cool.
wanted to raise money, not so much to make money herself, but she wanted to raise money to donate to the dog shelters. You know, so because of that, word got out, and before you know it, she's more popular than I am. She's got a newspaper, reporters WhatsApping her, so she come like, Daddy, I don't know who this is. They say this from what this called the Star. What is the Star? I don't know. I was like, wow, the Star called you. I was like, yeah, they're interviewing me. They're doing a feature. This one, China Press. I don't know what it is. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Imagine that the point I'm trying to make is not so much my daughter, but the possibilities.
Mm.
Before this, it's not possible for a 12-year-old kid. What can a 12-year-old
Right.
kid do?
Correct.
Right? But now with this, no matter how old you are, it gives you the opportunity to do something about it. You know, so much so that sometimes when I go for business meetings, right, the first time I meet people, they're like, okay, your child, yada yada yada. Then I say, hey, no, I just share with you this story of my daughter. Hey, I know your daughter. I don't know you, but I know your daughter. I was like, oh, man.
So how many pancakes she sells now in a week?
Yeah, currently she actually sells, she's gone on the slice and different stage now. She supplies to cafes, and so now it's available
Oh,
in the, what do you call that? The grocery store. So
it's
she
so
sells it.
easy to use. Cut it and then heat it up and then just eat. The kids love it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's
Mm.
easy. And the thing is, give her a bit of a taster, a bit of a taster
Mm.
of entrepreneurial, the joy of, doing these things, right?
Is Suisim help her with the making of the pancake, the producing?
Uh, Producing, she does. We help her with the delivery. The delivery, yeah. So she still can't deliver, right?
She
Yeah.
can't drive yet. Okay, okay,
Yes,
understood,
yes.
understood.
Yeah.
Cool lah.
But it's interesting, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I said it's amazing that we live in this current age where we have access to all these things, and all it requires is for you to want to do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has she done any live selling yet using your live sell?
Not yet, not yet. Next step, I think that's a good idea. Next
Get
step,
the mommy and the daughter to do it. You pegang camera saja, Charles.
yes, yes, yes. I think that would be interesting. And live selling would be interesting.
So your live selling that you beta it, when did you beta launched it?
We beta launched it last year. Last year, I think
Oh,
around
is that add-on subscription if anybody wants to use it and then they just add on like a plugin?
yeah. Currently, well, you can use it separate from InstantEstore as well. If you're using any of
Ah,
if you're using Shopify, Easy Store, whatever, you also can use Sell.Live. That's why we deliberately separated it out.
what's the URL? Later you share me the URL, then I'll
Yeah,
screenshot and I'll add on to the
sure.
YouTube. So what is the subscription rates like for live sell or sell
Currently,
live?
currently because it's beta, it's free. Yeah,
Free
beta lah,
until
beta.
when?
Beta lah, until we go out of beta lah, right? Uh, right now it's
Okay.
free. Right now it's free. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You
So
better keep
because
it free for the Go-eCommerce community for them to use. So it doesn't have to tie to InstantEstore. So they
no,
can have this, even if they have Facebook business, for example, they can use
yes,
it,
yes.
right?
Actually, for
Mm.
Facebook business, it's even better because then you don't need an online store. It has a whole checkout system as well.
Yeah.
The checkout system is pretty slick,
Seamless.
very
So what
seamless.
about
Yeah,
what
very
about
seamless.
payment wise? Do they have to have one or how?
Hmm. Okay, so payment, we support three payment methods. Obviously, one is four payment methods. One is COD because a lot of times
Okay.
if you're doing delivery,
Yep.
people want COD.
Yep.
Second one is bank transfer. Bank
Okay.
transfer, okay. But bank transfer is manual bank transfer lah. It's not the FPX.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right. So then online one we got PayPal and Stripe.
Okay.
PayPal and Stripe. The reason why
Which is more
obviously
expensive?
instantly saw
PayPal,
we are.
right?
No, you know why? You know why, Kara, we use PayPal and Stripe? Because, to be honest, we can very, very easily integrate any of the local
Mm.
players. And because Instant Store is really all the local players. Yeah. But we only have one issue with the local players. If they have an local player, it's okay. If
Mm.
they don't have an account, they want to apply for a new account. It takes them
Yeah.
a month or two to process. Lah.
Yeah.
So that
Stripe is
part,
easy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
between
Stripe
Stripe
is,
and PayPal, which one is more expensive? PayPal, right? To receive our Malaysian ringgit?
PayPal a bit more expensive. Stripe is
Okay.
cheaper. Yeah,
Okay.
Stripe is cheaper.
Because I know a
Yeah.
lot of people in my community is using Stripe right now. It's getting more trendy right now that they're using Stripe. So this is another method. So they love Stripe. They have the same excuse and reason as you. Just because our local
Mm.
guy just too much paper needed.
Yeah. Even you submit paper sometimes, not sometimes, all the time. Never faster than 1 month. Never. Uh, and this is
Oh
in
my
spite of
goodness.
my associate keep on emailing them. Hey, how's the status? Hey, how's the status? Also 1 month.
Gosh, terrible,
So, yeah, but I
terrible.
mean, fair enough. Maybe they need to do their due diligence and stuff like that. So I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not here to judge, right? So
correct.
yeah, yeah.
So who has started using LiveSell?
Quite a few guys.
Local guys?
Yeah, local guys as well. I can't actually sort of. I haven't gotten the permission to share, so I can't really
Okay,
share.
no problem.
Yeah,
No problem.
because
And
sure,
what
sure,
is your
sure.
advice? I like your advice when you tell people about what do you want in your e-commerce business. You want to make more money or you want to
Mm,
build an empire. So that was good. But
mm,
looking at the people right now, majority of our Malaysians here are traders. Okay. A lot of them, 90% of
mm,
our sellers here
sure.
are traders, very little brand owners. So my question goes back to you is, there's so many
Mm,
solution out there, and how do you attract brand owners? Like, I don't want traders, they can easily go to marketplace. So how do you convince them, hey,
sure.
uh use instant e-store? What is your tips for them? By you pitching to me right now, why why
Mm.
why should I use you?
So how we normally say to brand owners is such that, number one, we use our experience, 20
Mm,
years experience. I don't think many people can say they've got 20 years e-commerce selling experience, right? Not in Malaysia anyway, right? So one is that, and number two, also the brands that we have worked with to help them achieve whatever their goals and objectives are. So we will use case studies. Normally we show it to them in a deck, lah, right? So we show this
okay.
particular client, this is the results we get for them. This particular client, this is the results we get for them. So that, generally speaking, would sort of get them interested to speak to us. And most times when they speak to us and they tell us what they want, because obviously we get it, right? When
Mm,
you tell us, you want to tell us A, B, C, you tell us A, I can tell you B and C already, because we've been through this so many times, right? So we get it. So a lot of times, when they speak to us, we're able to convince them,
so when
because
when when people sign up, right, Charles,
mm,
majority of the product and solution company,
yep,
when a customer sign up lah. After that, uh, I'm on my own. I'm on my
mm,
own, and I want to explore myself.
sure.
But you give a very special guidance to them. Do you handhold them first? Do you guide them? Do you do that?
Yes, precisely. That is exactly the point I was making, where our clients tend to be slightly bigger, slightly more
Mm,
serious.
mm,
It's not so much the dabblers, and well, maybe DIY you can go in and start a trial store yourself and test it out. You can, okay.
okay.
But ours is such that even if it's not a trial store, we will immediately engage with you. Someone will actually call you, engage with you, and then help you to get the store online.
Mm,
We actually handhold you for
mm,
those people who want a done for you solution, our DFY solution. So
mm,
we actually build the store for you. So we hand the store for you, done already, ready to sell. Then we
mm.
train you how to manage it, lah. How to add on products, change your description and manage orders, stuff like that. But the idea being, you don't need to worry about getting it built in the first place. And not just build, it's not just about building an online store, right? Because if you want to build a successful online store or building an online store, two different things, you know? So
Okay.
because once again, because we know what needs to be in a successful online store, so we will build it accordingly already. So when you receive it, this is like, this is the proper version, this is the full version. Yeah. So that is one of the things that we do. We provide a done for you service
So you
as compared
assign
to
you assign
yeah.
someone to teach them, or this is like a pre-recorded video, a PDF, how to, how is it?
Okay, so number one is we actually do build the store for you. Someone actually builds the store for you, right? Of course, that is for the slightly higher plans, not for a few hundred bucks a month, few hundred bucks a year, right? But we actually build the store for you. Once the store
Mm,
is built for you, then we have someone train you via a Zoom session. We send you a PDF first so that you can absorb. Then during the
okay,
Zoom session, we walk through it and answer any questions you have. So
cool.
then, yeah, so
That's
that's
very
why it's more
personalized.
hands-on, more hands-on.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
personalized. So that's good. So before
Mm,
we wrap up, I would like to ask your final advice for SMEs out there, whether they're selling services or whether selling brands or whether they're traders. What your advice to them now that the trends is moving forward into E? You see, what are your
mm.
advice for them?
Okay. obviously the first thing is make sure you're selling online. Like that is obvious, right? But what is not so obvious is such that, because like it goes back to what I said earlier on, a lot of people try to sell online by themselves,
Mm,
especially, and because they think the step is to create an online store. What I don't understand is having an online store is like having a ticket to enter the race.
mm,
Okay, so you have a completed online store. It's just a ticket to enter the race, not to win the race. Not even to finish the race, just to enter the race. A lot of people don't understand that. So we see a lot of people failing is they obsess a lot about how the store looks, change here,
mm,
change there, to make it look how they feel it should look, right?
yeah.
And then I always ask them, are you selling to yourself or are you selling to other people?
Correct.
You know, if you're selling to other people, why are you so obsessed with how you feel the store should be? Right?
Yep.
So then they're a little bit taken back. Oh yeah, I understand. Okay. So number one is just having an online store doesn't mean that you will succeed. The second step that what you need to do is you got to understand the marketing part of it, and that is why using Retaily to plug in, that is very, very key. It's very, very key, and a lot of times you need to spend a little bit of money on ads, whether it's on Facebook, Google, maybe a bit expensive, but generally Facebook and all the other platforms, the newer ones like TikTok and stuff like that as well. Yeah, you need to spend a bit of money there to make sure you can generate customers at
Mm,
break even point. So my advice always to them is you got to do a little bit of mathematics. I know mathematics not sexy, but it's critical to your business, right? So we always call what we call a customer
yes.
acquisition cost. We call it CAC, how much it costs to acquire a customer, and what we call a lifetime value, customer lifetime value, LTV. Yeah. And then we have what we call a first time purchase value. Okay.
Mm,
That means how much do you make the first time they purchase. The first thing you want to do is make sure your customer acquisition cost is lower than your customer lifetime value. So what that means
sure.
is if I spend $10 and that customer will spend $100 over X number of months, that's good.
Yes.
That's just the first step though. Okay. You can still go out of business if you meet that. Why? You spend $10 now, but the $100 you make over 3 years, mati lah. How you cannot tahan, right?
True.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just the first step. Once you meet the first step, then the second step is you want to you try to build such that your CAC, your customer acquisition cost, is the same as or just slightly
Oh,
above the
okay.
first purchase value. So once you have that, then you are golden. Because what it means is you can go out and say, I can spend anytime I spend $1, okay, I can guarantee the first order will be even not $1, even if it's 90 cents, it's okay, right? Because they'll be spending more on the back end. They'll be spending on the reorder, So that,
Interesting.
that is a key thing. The main thing is you got to focus on marketing,
Mm.
right? So having an online store and you don't market properly, just put it up and you just post on your Facebook and you think that's marketing, it's not lah, right? Even unless your Facebook page you got 1 million or 2 million followers, okay lah. But most of us don't, right?
Yeah,
We got 1,000, 2,000. Yeah. So you got to focus, spend a little bit of money on marketing. Yeah, that's my
interesting.
advice.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that valuable tips. I learned a lot too from your 20 years of in the business. You're in the business. I'm selling as well, but not for now lah. But do
Right.
do do share me links and screenshot and videos you have so that I embed it into this
Mm,
video as well, and I'll share the
great.
links and on the at the digital description. But for the viewers, do subscribe to the Go E-commerce newsletter and do join most of our FB groups, the Go E-commerce FB group, the entrepreneurs and startups in Malaysia. I'm sure Charles is in there as well, together with the Penang entrepreneurship community, with together with Kari and all this. So all the Facebook
Yep.
group that I will be publishing this video will share the link to you once we publish this, and also to our newsletter. So stay tuned to the next episode. Charles, don't go away first. Well, then I will stop recording. And for everybody out there, stay safe and take care, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.
All right.